Welcome to the channel. My name is Facecast, and the leader of RIP ranked every troop in Art of War Legions on a tier list for this video. Using a tier list maker you can check out in the description below, so I'd like to give a big shout out and thanks to Brave Sir Robin from RIP for taking the time to rank every troop in the game. Before we go any further, please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Art of War stuff or feel like being nice and just want to support the channel. Starting in the F tier, we have Yasha, Bandits, Ogre Warriors, Viking Warriors, Scholars, Cactuses, Infantry, Iron Guards, Bombers, and Hell Jailers. Yasha has a skill that deals damage and stuns the enemy, and there are times where I think Yasha can work. However, Yasha's actions can be inconsistent, and I think that's why a lot of players write them off. Bandits appear to throw little daggers before dealing close range damage. Their description says ready to steal for a good cause, so I'd like to see them be able to steal coins or gems or something. Ogre Warriors have a heavy bash skill that deals damage and repels enemies, and while there may be plenty of uses for this skill, the troop has low basic stats compared to other single load melee troops. Like the Ogre Warrior, the Viking Warrior also has low basic stats, but the Viking Warrior has a skill called Rage that will increase its own attack speed, and movement speed. The Scholar is delusional. Cactuses are melee troops that reflect damage, which can be useful and fun to play around with. However, other multi-load melee troops like Undead Soldiers are proven to be more consistent. Infantry is a basic unit, there's not much to say about them that has not been said already. Same with Iron Guards, Bombers, and Hell Jailers. In the E tier, we have the Beastmaster, Soul Hunter, Templar, Knight, and Archer. The Beastmaster is basically 2 units in one. You have a bear and an axe-wielding human, and each unit has its own unique skill. The Soul Hunter lifesteals a percentage of life from its targets. However, like so many troops low on this tier list, the Soul Hunter has lower basic stats than other single-load melee troops like Pumpkin Guards and Meteor Golems. Templar Knights penetrate and knock back enemies ahead of them. They are similar to Rhino Knights, but their skill only works at the start of a battle. The Archer is a basic ranged unit that deals physical damage. It can be used to replace other ranged units in a formation. However, be careful because the Archer will not attack honor hunting bosses like the Spider Queen. In the D tier, we have the Inquisitor, Paladin, and Catapult. The Inquisitor quickly deals melee damage, but other troops like Harbingers may be more beneficial. Maybe this troop will be more useful in a sacred army when race is a factor. I forgot to say factor when I was recording the video. Whoops. Paladins are sacred tanks that have good health and a skill that shields friendly troops. And Catapults have a skill that deals lasting damage. In the C tier is the Necromancer, Pilgrim, Pumpkin Guard, Dark Witch, Priest Mage, Fire Mage, Ice Mage, Harbinger of Fire, Ballista, and Goblikazes. The Necromancer spawns skeletons and is very useful against some honor hunting bosses. Pilgrims have been a staple in honor hunting for a very long time, alongside Brawlers. They are melee troops that also heal all nearby friendly units. The Pumpkin Guard is a single load tank that mocks its enemies. It will taunt nearby enemies and reduce their attack speed every 3 seconds. The Dark Witch will curse enemies and turn them into pumpkins which are not able to attack. Was that a complete sentence? I don't want to try that again. The Priest Mage shoots a fireball towards nearby enemies in a straight line, dealing AoE damage. I actually really like them. They're very useful, but their skill range is not that far, so they don't always work that great in the middle of a formation. The Fire Mage deals magical burst damage. There may be some uses for it, but multi-load ranged units like Frost Archers might be a little bit better, or you may even want to try Ice Mages. The Ice Mage launches an icy blast at a target area, dealing damage to enemies and slowing them down. I've seen the Ice Mage in a lot of really good, really strong formations, and I actually prefer them over Fire Mages. Slowing down the enemy in just about every game just works. The Harbinger of Fire spits magical fire at its enemies. It deals melee damage, but its attack does have some range. Ballistas can shoot arrows that penetrate through enemies, and they have a skill called Powerful Shooting that increases their critical rate and critical damage rate. I see a lot of Selines and a lot of Kiones, amongst other heroes, using anywhere from like 4 to 8 Ballistas. Goblikazes self-explode, dealing lasting damage. They work great near the front and back rows. In the B tier is the Meteor Golem, Sacred Swordsman, Nun, Brawler, Witcher, Voodoo Doll, Ghost Assassin, Magic Apprentice, and Undead Soldier. The Meteor Golem has decent health, although not as much as a Stone Golem, but it has great attack and a great skill called Rock Throw, where it throws huge stones at the enemies, dealing up to 1,530 damage. The Sacred Swordsman may not have as much health or attack as the Meteor Golem, but it has a really interesting skill called Refraction, where it turns into a beam of light and slashes nearby enemies. When it does this, it becomes immune to damage and deals over 1,800 damage itself. Nuns heal and remove control effects from friendly units. You'll see them in all types of armies, including honor hunting hunting formations. Brawlers are pretty strong, and after several attacks, they will create magical shields that reduce damage to friendly units around them. You'll see a lot of people use them with Arthur formations and in all types of honor hunting formations. The Taurus Witcher is a wild race menace that has a skill called Misfortune, where it launches 5 magical orbs at enemy targets simultaneously. So the Witcher can deal a lot of damage. It's good in a lot of different types of formations, especially in honor hunting against Spider Queen. Voodoo Dolls curse random enemies, and when the Voodoo Doll is injured, the target takes the same amount of damage. And then when the Voodoo Doll dies, the target takes extra damage. At level 9, the target will take 17,500 damage, and at level 8, they'll take 10,000 damage. They used to be a little bit different. Instead of dealing a set number of damage, they used to just kill enemy troops they cursed. Ghost Assassins are great backline attackers that throw knives, dealing AoE damage every 6 normal attacks. Magic Apprentices are also great backline attackers. However, they can avoid damage while they're moving, and their movement also causes a lot of delay. These are great troops to use. You see them used a lot in different arena formations. Undead Soldiers can revive once during battle, and that's why so many people use them kind of like tanks. In the A tier is the Demon, Witcheraft Totem, Stone Golem, and Rhino Knight. The Demon is the first legendary troop this game has ever had, and it's a backline attacker like Ghost Assassins and Magic Apprentices. It also has a skill called Midnight Invasion, where it summons a swarm of winged beasts that deal damage to enemies. Witchcraft Totems have a skill called Primal Fear, where they terrorize enemies around them, freezing them and causing them to run away. Witchcraft Totems are also immune to the skill, so another Witchcraft Totem cannot scare another Witchcraft Totem. That just doesn't work like that. The Stone Golem is the heaviest single load tank in the game, with 63,000 health at level 9 and 315 defense. Not only that, it has a skill called the Will of Stone, where the golem's movement speed is reduced by 60% and attack speed reduced by 60%, then gains a damage immunity effect that deals area damage and reduces enemy attack and movement, I can't. Speed? That's not my bodily noises, that's my chair squeaking. Can you hear it? Anyway, the Stone Golem is very tough, very hard to kill. It's usually one of the last troops to die in a battle. The Rhino Knight is a very fast single load legendary troop with high attack that has a skill called Trample. This skill allows the Rhino Knight to basically repel enemies in a straight line and charge around the map, causing havoc. And finally, the best troops in Art of War Legions, according to Brave Sir Robin, the leader of RIP, are Frost Archers, Pharaohs, Pirate Ships, and Peltists. Brave Sir Robin says that Peltists and Frost Archers are the backbone of most armies. He says that Pirate Ships are able to stun Rhino Knights with the boat throw, and then 6 pirates come out towards the end of the battle, which can turn the tide in a battle of attrition. What is I don't know what attrition means. Alexa, what does attrition mean?
Attrition is usually defined as a reduction or decrease in numbers, size, or strength.
I still don't know what it means. The pirates don't register in the troop count, so the more boats you have each, add 6 pirates to your troop count. I run 6 to 7, so 36 to 43 more troops than in the initial troop count. They are the best troop for back row defenses, versed enemy Magic Apprentices, and Ghost Assassins. The Pharaohs cause huge damage and are rare. No one has more than 1 in the formation at level 9 right now. Ho, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it, guys? Let's give a big round of applause to Brave Sir Robin for taking his time to make this tier list. And let's hear it down in the comments below. Would you rank any troops differently? If so, how? Let us know. I want to hear it. We want to hear it. Tell us your story. Also, on a side note, I hope you have a really good day. You deserve one. Also, here's a kiss.